Let's podcast, my bruh.
Gabe, it's time. Oh my fucking God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the motherfucking Daily Blue Weekly Podcast. My name's Gabe. Fuck, no, my name's Bluey. You know my name's Bluey.
My name's Gabe.
And weekly dose of all the news stories that matter. But most of the ones that don't, we're back from, a long hiatus. In the history of this show,
Yeah.
by far, we haven't had a week off.
No.
Let alone two and a bit.
It's funny to think that that's the longest I've gone without seeing you in a while.
That's gay. Bro, that's so fucking gay.
It's true.
I've seen you twice a week for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's fucking gay as AIDS. Dead set. I mean, I missed you and I missed the pod. And
you, man.
I missed our fucking beautiful audience.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I hope there's some good dialogues because I've missed hearing these fucking perverts in my ears.
I put the call out. Christmas stories.
Nice.
Yeah.
But fuck me, man. Yeah, long, well-needed break. Not from the pod, but fuck, it was good to have some fucking time off work.
It's good to do nothing, mate.
Oh my God, didn't I what?
Yeah.
I done fucking nothing. How are you? How's your break? Talk to me. Talk to me, mate.
I'm going well,
What's
man.
happening?
I'm fresh.
Yeah.
I'm fresh, which is nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's just good to have that fucking period off, and it's good to be around everyone else who's experiencing the same thing.
The positive energy's flowing.
It's so nice, bro.
It's abundant.
The holiday period is so nice, especially people in like the tradie line of work, which a lot of my mates are.
Yeah.
To see them and hear them feeling fresh is really nice for me.
Because you get at the other end of the spectrum, those last like 2 weeks before the holiday period is everyone's just so bitter.
Yep.
And jaded and fed up.
Yep.
And then you get that big relief and release for everyone. But yeah, that last 2 weeks, like everyone's just, myself included, just get me to the fucking finish line. And then you get there and everyone's happy as Larry. It's really nice.
Yeah, 100%. I can't remember what I initially did with like my first kind of week. I think I maybe just went to the pub a few times, went to the beach, kicked it with the missus. Then I headed up to Albury for Christmas.
Nice.
With,
that was with Lil's crew?
Yeah.
How was
family.
Albury Wodonga?
It was good fun, man. Like, I'm not used to big Christmases because, like, even when it was a family Christmas of mine, like, it was never huge. But then mum and dad split up, and you don't have big Christmases. But and this is where I want to say,
JJ Wan. Did you see the new tyres promo?
Oh, yeah.
JJ Wan.
Yeah. That's damn already. Gay Bear Wan.
Yeah.
But man, it was really cool, like having a big kind of family thing. Like, obviously, it didn't go without its harms, like those kind of bloody Christmases do.
Of course.
Like, there was a few blow-ups there and shit.
Of course.
Nothing to do with me. But
that's what you'd be hard-pressed to find a household in this great nation where there wasn't a family stink at Christmas time.
Yeah, like,
it's what happens.
You get 20 people on the piss in one. People are going to blue.
Something's
going to happen.
There's pent-up family resentment from someone took someone's lunch money fucking 2 decades ago. It's coming out after a couple of 4Xs.
Exactly right.
A couple of short balls and fucking front yard cricket. Like, it's literally there'd be 98% of our audience right now would be sitting there going, yeah, there was a fucking huge fight at my family Christmas. Yeah. It's just what happens, man. It's great.
But yeah, but like that was a blowover for me. Like, I was already blind at that point. I think I have a reputation for like being a drunk in their family, which is like, fuck, man. You think I'm a drunk? Like, you should meet me co-host.
Fucking Uncle Blue. He's a real train wreck. I have that same reputation in my own family.
Yeah, yours is just.
Yeah, I've earned it. I worked hard. I've put a lot of time and effort into that reputation.
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, I mean, like when
it's
I'm
like
there
a Purple Heart. I got like a fucking war. I'm like a war hero.
I'm sure they all think you're a war hero. Yeah.
I've been in a few wars, absolutely.
But yeah, I was one of the cousins' boyfriend was there, and she threw him under the bus immediately. He came in, we were playing a drinking game. And she's like, oh, by the way, my boyfriend was on The Voice a few years ago. I'm like, like, that's awesome. But like, to throw your boyfriend just in an unknown crowd under the bus like that is a fucking insane thing to do.
And The Voice is like kind of gay. like it's
come on, Australian Idol, X Factor. What are we talking about?
I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. It's probably a cool achievement what he did. But if I'd have had like 10 stubbies, I'd have been like,
you're a dog.
I know I'm a dog cunt.
Oh, well, he's
I know I'm a dog
he's
cunt.
the cherry on
You're
top.
thinking it. And people listening will go like, the voice is kind of fucking gay.
I miss you, man. Here's the cherry on top for the poor cunt. She's pulled out the audition because obviously my missus and all that kinds of like, oh, show us.
She's obviously incredibly proud, as she should be.
No one turned around for him. That that show works. So this poor bugger's been put on blast by his missus and got shown his audition where no one turns around for him.
If no one turns around, don't show it.
Bro, exactly.
Obviously, don't show it. You fucking dumb bitch.
But he was nice at singing. Like as we got,
I'm sure he was unreal.
Yeah. Well, he must have came prepared.
Well,
She must have. No. He was good. He whipped out the guitar once we were all blind, and I was like,
now this cunt sucks.
I was asking him to be fair. I was asking him to. I was like, bro, Zach Bryan's like, he was a country boy. And I was getting to sing all these. I was so drunk, bro. I was there tearing up watching him and shit.
I forgot you're in the country, actually.
Yeah, but like, I was getting him to sing these, and I was so blind. I was like, this guy's voice is so beautiful, man. Like, I'm such a cocksucker when I'm drunk, bro. I'm
cry.
Sure. Yeah, I was.
That's nice.
Looking back on it, it's gay as fuck, but it's how I was feeling at the time.
Music's powerful.
Exactly. And Boxing Day went out to some lake the day after that. Like, I know Christmas just ended up with me being fucking blind, waking up, forgetting what happened to the back half of it.
Nice.
And Boxing Day by the lake, which was nice, and then just drove home and kicked on till New Year's, really. And then New Year's was pretty tame for me. I went to the Lucky Day, a big boiler room experience there.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Which was fucking so hot. I reckon they turned off the aircon in there or something. They were selling fans for $12, cunt.
Oh, you fucking dogs.
Yeah.
What kind of fan? Like
a little hand fan, bro.
You fucking dogs.
$12. There's no chance they cost more than 20 cents.
No way.
You can get them for $1 in Bali, bro.
Dogs.
And I didn't want to buy one. 15 minutes went by, and Mrs. like, please get one. I was like, but
well, then we're not drinking anymore. I spent all my beer money on fucking fans.
Well, I don't know if I just couldn't be fucked or whatever. I didn't end up getting that blind.
Yeah, you probably sweated it all out.
Yeah, well, I probably did, mate. And then walked all the way from there to home because I couldn't be fucked. We were going to get a lift from her mum or something, and she didn't get here till late. Walked all the way to Cappadocia. First meal of the new year, kebab.
Nice.
Not a bad first meal, especially Cappadocia.
Start as you mean to go on.
But what really fucked me off is everyone's there. It's packed. People are walking out of the canteen, probably coming down from the exchange and whatnot. And this fucking gay dude and his annoying missus got to the front of the line and like decided they were going to help the dude yell out orders.
So wait, was he gay? Was this gay?
No, he was literally gay.
So gay guy and he's like he's offsider.
Yeah.
You
know what offsider chicks are?
Yeah, like a gay best friend.
Yeah. And they're like, like the fucking dude who was giving the kebabs out would be like, Jason, and they'd be like, Jason!
Oh.
And like they thought they were real funny and cute, and I was like, it fucking made me so angry, cunt.
And I'm sure the guys at Cappadocia were not enjoying it either.
They wouldn't have been.
It would have been like you... Yeah. I'm assuming those guys are from Muslim countries. I know how they feel about the gays. They're not a fan. They wouldn't have liked it when he rocked up, and they definitely would have been liking that he was interfering in their service.
I was in their mindset. Once he got to the front and just started yelling
I was Muslim for a bit.
I was like, put her in a fucking burqa. Behead this cunt. For his behaviour.
Yeah.
For his behaviour.
Obviously for the intervening with the kebabs.
Oh, bro. It fucked me. I don't know if it's just because it was late and I like wasn't even that drunk.
Yeah.
I was just like, shut the fuck up. It put me in a cunt of a mood.
Yeah. The thing that, it's just...
The kebab saved me, thank God. Made me start feeling a bit better.
Mixed doner? Chicken?
Chicken, Holy Trinity, tabbouleh, lettuce, tomato, onion. Good shit, eh?
Fuck yeah.
Walk me through your period, bruh.
Bro, so it got off to a clanger. We knocked off work. So like the Friday, it was like the last day of work. And we took the boys go-karting for like the start of our work show, which was great, which was really good fun. And I mouthed off, obviously, and they all lapped me. Because I'm heavy. I didn't realize your weight had a fucking impact in the go-karting. So I'm a fucking fat cunt. So I would slow down into the corners, but then it would take my cart longer to get going out of the corners. And one of the young guys, I was like, "You're a shit driver. I've seen you drive. Like I'm gonna fuck you up." And he lapped me like it was like flipping me off when he passed me. I was like, "Well,
we reserve that.
Now I'm just gonna bash you."
You're fired.
But then we had a big night. We had a big two nights, Friday, Saturday work show. Sunday was do you remember after my most recent footy trip, and I was like, it's the top 3 hangovers I've ever had.
Yeah.
This hangover after the work show is on the podium. Number 2 definitely could be the worst.
It's going downhill for you, bro.
Mate, I was like grey, and it's like alcohol poisoning, like grey and
the
sweating. And like was like full, like couldn't keep anything down. Would have the super duper and just puke it back up. And then I would nod off, and then I would scare myself and wake. It was really, really, really bad.
Is that the fucking day I messaged you when we're gonna film Patreon?
I was on the tear that day.
Yeah.
So I forgot. Apologies, Patreon listeners. We were supposed to record that day.
Yeah.
And Gabe messaged me. I was like, completely forgot about it. I was still up it. I was like,
not happening.
I was like, no way. I was fucking belted.
I like how you just said it is definitely not happening.
No.
And I respect the just.
I was not going in front of a camera.
Yeah.
But then, so it was after that session. Fucked. Like, I was concerned. I was like, oh no. I was all grey and it was really bad. And the missus was like worried about me. I was like, I don't know what I've done here. And then anyway, so that was the start of the holidays. And then I kind of cruised after that because I was like, well, you fucking let's pump the brakes on
2
this
podium hangovers in 2 months. I need to.
Yeah, you need to fucking pull your head in a bit there, Blue. And then Christmas was nice and quiet. We were just up here, had the old man over for breakfast, and then had lunch at Mum's place, which was great. She's only in Charlestown. Boxing Day was slightly less chill. We had to go to Wollongong to see Jesse's family, which was like okay on Boxing Day because I was like, we're getting on the road early. We get down there. So the trip down was fine, but then we left on the 20th. We had the night there. Boxing Day was fine. Her family's fine. That was fine.
Nothing too fun, boss.
It was shit, but whatever. It's fucking Boxing Day at the in-laws. Like, how good can it fucking be?
Yeah.
And then the 27th was we'll drive back, and we fucked around, and we didn't get on the road till like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there.
That'll
like,
do it.
let's fucking go, cunt.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do? Oh, we're going to have breakfast at Eliza's, and we're going to play with the nephew. And I was like, let's fucking go.
Yep.
Of course, ridiculous, like 6 hours to get back from Wollongong. And I was raging, still probably coming down from the Christmas party, obviously.
Yeah, true.
But it was a very quiet, tense 6 hours.
Yeah.
I was fucking filthy. So anyway, that was like as bad as it got. And then pretty much the rest of the holidays was just like watching cricket. Went to Foster for New Year's.
I was going to say. You went there.
Went up to Foster for New Year's, which was the second we rocked up. We only had the 30th, 31st, and 1st there, and then left on the 2nd. And the minute we rocked up on the 30th, I was like, went to this beach. It was just stunning. And I was like, we should have stayed. We should be here for way longer.
Yeah.
We're only here there for 3. And I was like, fuck, we should have stayed for heaps longer. It was great. It wasn't too busy. Fair bit of pissing up. Caught up with the mechanic.
Nice.
The mechanic was in Foster while I was there.
Oh, because I did
was-
see you together.
Yeah. So he messaged me weeks ago and was like, what are you doing Christmas, New Year's, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I'm going to be in Foster for New Year's. He goes, oh, bullshit. I think he's got a place up there, or his old man's got a place up there. So we ended up sourcing with him one day and then going golfing with him as well, which was fucking sick. Went for a hit of golf with the big guy and Jeff. Jeff hit an eagle on a par 5. He fucking got a par 5 in 3 shots.
Right, so this whole former pro thing.
Yeah, he was,
sense.
and he was like he was wankering up the whole trip, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking give out a few free lessons, and I was like, obviously you're gonna be good.
Yeah,
I was like,
who
but
are you
I hope,
flexing on here, bro?
but I was like, I hope you played poorly now. But then he eagled this fucking par 5, and I was like, fuck.
Did he go off or did he brush it off?
Nah, he was like cool, and
Yeah.
we were all like,
Yeah,
fuck?
No, that's baller from Jeff.
No, but then he started wankering up nicely after that, like not like not loud like I would be.
More
But he was
casual
just
arrogant.
like, oh, yeah. you know his voice.
That's what I do.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, fuck. Might get a hole in one on the next one. Like just that kind of
Nah,
stuff.
I like that.
Just, he's a fuckwit.
If I could do what he did,
I would be
That would be
unbearable.
me. I would be way worse.
Oh my God, I'd be fucking unbearable.
that's why it's good that like people like you and I just don't have any actual talent.
I'd be fucking... Bro, I'd be fucking unbearable. I say this to my mates, like, I've got a couple of mates that got like big dicks. And I'm like, bro, if I had your cock, I'd be fucking so little fun to be with.
Yeah.
I'd be the shittest cunt.
Yeah.
If I had a big dick. Like, it would be so annoying.
Yeah.
I'd
You
be
gotta be through the roof.
Oh,
It's like
it's already bad, and I got the most average Morton ever.
Yeah.
I'm already tough to be around. If I had a big dick and was good at sport, oh my God, I'd be such a fucking loser. I'd be so shit.
Oh, you were handy at sport in your day, mate. Yeah, that down pat.
I was fuckwit too. I was just huge fuckwit.
Yeah.
But yeah, New Year's was great. What did we do? Yeah, just drank, ate too much food. Yeah, I've put 6 kilos on, which is, I mean, it happens every year, but I've been on kind of a decline pretty much since the fight. And then after because I was 89 when we fought, and then it was kind of getting a bit out of hand, and then the Sydney to Surf came, and I got back down to 89. The day around the Sydney Surf, I was 89 kilos. I was like, this is pretty much what I need to weigh. And then it was kind of getting away from me again as we were getting to the back end of the year. I was drinking more.
You had that marathon or something. Like you held off for a little bit, didn't you?
That was the City to Surf.
Oh, City to Surf. Yeah.
And then I was kind of getting, the year goes on and your discipline wanes and you're drinking more and moving less. And then footy finished and I went on Mad Monday and trip away and Punters Club trip. And I got on the scales. I was like 95. Leading into Christmas, I was like, fuck, that's not great. Because normally what I like to do is before Christmas, I like to get a bit of money in the bank, so to speak. I'd love to have been 89 or 90 at Christmas and then blow out to 95. And then it's like, it's not that bad because you've done a heap of work. But I didn't do any work before Christmas. All I did was drink and eat.
Yep.
And then Christmas was here. I was like, well, I'm fucking 95 kilos now. I'm not going to fucking lose it over. So then, and then I got on the scales the other week last week and I was 100. I was like, fuck, that's 11 kilos.
I don't jump on the scale. I kind of just look at myself in the mirror and go, do I like what this looks like?
Well, I'd already gone past that.
Yeah.
I was like, this looks like shit. It feels like shit. I was like, maybe the numbers, maybe it's not as bad as I think. And then I got on the scales. I was like, oh, it's exactly as bad as I thought it was.
It's
I've got hard data to back up.
which hurts.
Which is worse. Now there's actual data behind it. You fat cunt.
I've been watching heaps less of it, but I put it on the other day. Kill Tony. You ever seen when people say their weight on there?
No,
bro.
Why do they do that?
It's brutal, bro. Like they'll ask a fat cunt what they think they weigh, and they'll be like, oh, I reckon like 90, and they go, bullshit. They bring out a scale. Bro, this one cunt who was huge on there weighed like 70 more kilos than he either thought or just said. But you know what I mean? Like,
I've seen a tape measure now. I saw a clip the other day because Tony was talking about his height.
Yeah.
And they had a tape measure on hand. So I was like, I assume that must happen a bit. Like someone says they're 6'1", they're like, fucking bullshit. Let's find it out.
Yeah.
So they do the same with the scales.
Yes, bro.
That's so mean.
These poor fucks.
That's so nasty.
Yeah. I've speaking of weight, I actually did some gay shit yesterday. I was like, I'm like, I'm not in great nick either. I don't know how much I weigh, but I was like, I've been getting bombarded with ads for supplements, and it was like beer belly burner or whatever, and I fucking bought one, but like I could just exercise more, but I'm hoping this thing's like gonna, because it's not just like that. It's supposed to be like it has a bit of caffeine in it and some other shit in it as well, but being a supplement guy before like being a gym guy is a pretty fucking retarded move for myself.
But so many, mate,
I'm willing to accept it though.
So many people would do for a fact. That's why they have those targeted ads, because so many people, like before they set foot in the gym, go and buy $300 worth of pre-workout, post-workout creatine, and new joggers, and then they're like, right, I've spent $1,000.
Maybe
I'll go to the gym. It's like, no, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Do some shit first, and then get the. But I suppose like it does pump you up to like when you're like, I got these 6 supplements now. I'm gonna go and have a crack. It kind of does work that way too.
Well, I do find myself I've been reading all this shit about like gut health and that as well, and how they reckon like that affects like your little energy levels and shit like that. So apparently whatever I'm getting has some stuff that'll help improve that. It will give me energy throughout the day and that. Because I don't like drinking coffee. It amps me up too much and I can't sleep and I get anxious and shit.
Yeah, I'm not I'll have one in the morning sometimes.
Yeah.
But some fucking like 4 a day.
Bro,
some people are just like pounding like 4 or 5 coffees a day. That's fucking retarded.
And it's
that's fucked.
It's extremely fucked.
That's fucking stupid. What are you doing?
What's more fucked is it's cunts who have boring office jobs who just have a coffee to occupy their brain.
It would be the equivalent of like, I don't know if you do it when you work from home, but I know if I'm ever at home not doing anything, I'm just constantly eating.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm just like, well, I'm
bored.
I'm definitely not hungry, but there's a fucking loaf of bread there and some peanut butter, so I'm having some peanut butter toast.
I'm exactly like that.
I'm not hungry. Like the whole holidays, man. The last few days of the holidays, I was like the last 3 days of the holidays, I was going, no.
Yes.
Wait till you're hungry. Because the whole time, I'm just gorging.
Am I hungry or bored? And you don't even know
And
anymore.
I was like, I haven't been hungry I haven't been hungry
Full stop.
ages, bro. I haven't been hungry.
Years.
And I was like, the last few days, I was like, no, you fucking fat blob. I was like, so I would not have breakfast and I would see, and it would get to like 2 in the arvo and I'd be like, okay, now I'm hungry. And then my meal would be more enjoyable because I'd be like, oh, you fucking.
And you also ate your breakfast worth anyway. You just doubled the
then
portion size.
I didn't have breakfast. I'm going to have fucking 3 schnitzels now. Fucking pig. Did I tell you, you know how we did the 5 calories of Christmas like the last week of work?
You told me that you were going for it.
So we did it.
You did it? Success?
We did it.
Congratulations.
So for anyone who missed that, me and Jeffrey and Poss.
Yeah, that might have been Patreon. Yeah.
It might have been Patreon. But anyway, so me, Jeff and Poss, the last week of work was really quiet, which was amazing. So we were knocking off at like 11 o'clock and going for calories, which was great. But it got to the 4th day and I was like, I feel shit. Because I was just eating chips and schnitzels and burgers. Yeah. And the 5th day was the Christmas party day. And so we went for a countery, then went go-karting. Then I was having a stubby on the way to the pub after the go-karting. I felt awful.
Bloated,
tired, sick, sad. And it was from pub food. I was just like...
Oh, really?
Not like depressed sad, but I was like... Fuck, man, I don't want to go drinking right now. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
I hadn't exercised, but I know it was just from eating pub food 5 days in a row.
Just so many chips, bro. Chips just...
Oil.
Oil,
man. I was just like, I feel so fucking low. But we did it. We had 5 calories in a row, and I don't want to do it again.
Oh, you scratched the idea
I
of the
think we'll
tradition.
do it, but I'll just be more... I won't eat schnitzels and burgers every day. I'll probably get like a nice steak or...
Actually, so I remember 2 of the joints you went to. One was Modus, one was a Prince.
Yeah.
I actually attended Modus for the first time. Such a cool venue.
Great venue, the food, and like that's not a knock on any of the food that I got. No. It's just that I don't think you can do that many days. Like the food at Modus is fucking elite.
I was pretty drunk when I was there. I think I had a burger and it was pretty good. But I just hadn't even stepped foot in the joint. It's fucking cool.
Mate, they must and to get this. So that's anyone that's not from Newcastle. It's incredible. It's a brewery. They were from Manly or North Sydney originally, and that was their first one. Then they got this thing in Newcastle. It's like state of the art brewery.
So open in there.
Fucking huge, mate. They must have spent whoever he would have put his nuts on the line big time at the bank. That joint is amazing. Then somehow the block of land directly behind them became available. So they bought that and flattened that, and that's their distribution center now. So they built like 2 buildings, and the one at the back's where they like can up all the beer and package it and send it out.
Kids' playground and shit. Like I was out with my mate and his kid. That's why we ended up there.
It's very cool. And it's very, very, very cool.
And another joint that you went to on your 5 calories was the Prince, and I reckon that's up there top feeds in Newey.
Great pub feed,
such good pub feed.
Elite pub feed, very high end pub feed, like nice, like very good pub feed.
And you're paying for it, but like
absolutely,
got a mad fucking like I feel it from there.
That's always on the spec. It's always on the spec. It's unreal. The I feel it.
And I got like the herb butter because the annoying thing is they don't have normal gravy at those kind of joints.
You're getting a jus, you're getting a red wine jus or a herb butter but
the herb butter, that was fucking nice.
Outstanding.
But I just remembered something. How's this from my night at the Lucky and New Year's? Met a few listeners of the show. It was awesome. Shout out to everyone I saw there. But a guy who just kind of recognised me, he's like stopped and he's like staring at me. He goes, "Oi." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You're the guy that sits on the couch."
He's not wrong.
No, I was like, yeah, that's what, because they just see you on reels or whatever. He just
that's mad.
That's a mad compliment, eh?
That's perfect.
And I was like, even when you're not seeing me, that's what I'm doing. I'm definitely that guy.
Yeah, I sit on heaps of couches. And sometimes it's on social media.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're the guy that sits on the couch.
Yep. That's fucking funny. I had I was just back to like the holiday getting on the road. Like it's autism. Like I was like spazzing out. So after I was meant to mention it before, but after the Wollongong trip, we had the horror run home. Then when we were leaving Foster from New Year's, I was like, we have to go early.
Yeah.
And it was Jesse's birthday the day we were leaving. So I was like, now it's a tightrope between being a queer cunt and it's a birthday. So be really nice. But I was really nice, and we were like, we'll go for a swim. There was a cafe right next to this really cool beach, the Rock Pool at Tuncurry, if you know it, anyone. And we'll have a swim, we'll have a coffee, bacon, egg roll, then we'll go. We obviously fucked around a bit. And I was sitting there, and then I was like, we're having this bacon, egg roll and this coffee. And all I wanted to do, I was like, we need to get in the car and go. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, You are a
I feel you,
retard, bro. I was like, it's a beautiful morning. It was a gorgeous day. The sun's still coming up.
It's a bloke thing, bro. You're not.
No, but then I was like, it's your missus' birthday. I was like, just sit here and have a bacon egg roll and shut up, you fucking dumb cunt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then I managed to chill out, but it took me a few like internal deep breaths to be like, just relax and enjoy this nice moment with your partner on a birthday. But inside, I was just like, fuck, I just want to get in the fucking car. Bro, if we hit fucking traffic, I'm going to be so fucking cut, man. Anyway, that was just, it's autism. It's autism.
It's just dudes, bro, I reckon. Because I feel the same most of the time. I was going to ask, like, why does it always feel that they get their way in that situation? It's like, I want to go early, you don't want to go early. You have to, but it's easier for them not to do than it is for you to do. Like, you have to, like, they can just not do it. So you're automatically fucked. Like, they have to do more compensating to get to you.
Yeah, getting up early is and being like having a bit of military precision is the harder thing to do than to fuck around. So it's like, like they win.
Yeah, they just
like
win.
And like the way I want to, like, you're never going to do it the way I want to do it. So it's easier to just sort of fuck around and blah blah, and you can kind of compromise. It's like, well, we left it. We said 6. Yeah. We said we'd be on the road by 6.
You got to say an hour earlier than what you want.
It's 7:45. Yeah. I'm like, it's still early. Yeah. A lot of the town is still in bed. Mm-hmm. So I'll take that. And it's your birthday. So let's go.
She's lucky it was her birthday, boys.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying to the missus, I was like, oh, like, let's go at like 9. She's like, oh, we'll go at like 10-ish. The ish just died, bro. We didn't fuck
10-ish
it's ish. 11. It was 11.
Ish can stick your ish up your ass. Ish can go and fuck itself because ish means hours later than whatever you were thinking.
Exactly, bro. Throwing the ish in there is fucking bullshit.
Stick your ish fair up your ass, honestly. I also had a funny because I did so little. Like when I say I did nothing, and like you would remember before the pod went on a brief hiatus, I was like, I'm gonna do a chew every day. I was like, I'm gonna chew, and I did chew every day, but I didn't feel
not on camera,
bro. And I still haven't got them back. I deleted social media before the break,
like off the apps.
I got the apps off the phone. I didn't look at my phone.
Did you like that?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
I got them back yesterday to post stories, just to put stories up. They've got a 2-minute time limit, and they've got 2 passcodes to get into them.
Oh, cool.
And I'm done with social media.
Oh,
I'm done, man.
Done.
And it's great. I didn't have it the whole break. I have the pages manager, so I can still get messages from everyone. If you want to message me, I can still get your messages on Facebook and Instagram. I can still reply to people, but I don't have to look at news feeds. I don't have to look at fucking reels. It's so nice. But all I did was eat and watch cricket, and I did nothing, which was amazing. But then I got this weird.
Your attention span must be nice now.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
I download because Spotify Premium's got audiobooks now.
Yeah.
I'm listening to a book on money laundering. It's fucking really cool. It's a really good listen.
Any tips?
Yeah. But then the last 2 days of the break, I got this weird, because I'd done fuck all. I got this weird urge to be like, okay, you got a lot to do now. So I was looking at like marathons that, like, there's the Newcastle Half Marathon, there's the Hill to Harbour, there's the City to Surf. So I'm messaging boys and going like, oh, we're going to do this. And then there's like the memorial game that we have in Old Bars not till March. I'm messaging blokes like, hey, what are we doing for like, I got all this like, and then like Vegas is coming up. So I'm like, hey boys, what do we want to do when we're in Vegas? Like, do we want to go shooting? I just went on this spree for like 2 days of like, oh, I got to start doing shit now. In reality, no, I don't. But I just got like all this weird guilt. I'm retarded. Like, it's retarded guy behavior. But I just had all this like weird, like, oh, I have to fucking do heaps of shit now. And then I got to work on Monday. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do anything.
Burn yourself out before
I'm tired. Fucking idiot. But yeah, it was weird. I could see it happening. I was like, in all my group chats, I was like, hey boys, anyone keen to do this? Like, what are we doing?
It's like almost ADHD spurt.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely, it's something to do with my fucking weird brain. It was funny. And I'd done nothing. I hadn't had one urge to do anything for 2.5 weeks. And then the last 2 days, I was like,
damn. I think like, for me, I justify my social media use by like,
I need it for this.
Yeah.
I literally need it for the page and for the podcast.
Yeah.
But then that's like 2% of it, and the other 98% is like, oh, there's another fucking weird chick. There's a guy with one leg. Like it's just like. So then I found a way. I was like, I have to find.
You don't miss the retarded guys on there?
I miss them dearly. I miss them dearly. But yeah, then you can. I was like, I need to find a way to still fulfill my duties to the podcast and the Daily Blue News page without looking at fucking reels because it is just fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's a
monster. And I'm becoming retarded. I can feel myself becoming retarded, so it's like I need to fucking try at least.
Well, I have this theory in general, and it probably does have a lot to do with social media, but like, I just had a realization. Do you ever think back to how you behaved in like high school or even like earlier 20s and go like, man, I used to be so quick. Like I used to be so witty. Like I used to be so funny, blah, blah. It's like the older you get, the further away. Like you just start losing it, bruh.
I'm so dumb, man.
Yeah, I used to think, man, I was such a smart ass. And like part of it's like, well, maybe when you're a kid, like that stuff's just funnier. Like you're just saying dumber shit.
Or you speak to someone who's actually smart.
Yeah.
Like you speak to someone who's like your age or like older or younger, but you speak to an intelligent, articulate person and then they throw to you and you're like, like it's frightening. Yeah. Like it's, and you're like, damn, I am a fucking moron. But the scary thing is,
what could have caused this?
But the scary thing is, like, you think you're okay.
Yeah.
Like I think because I can articulate my thoughts, I'm like, oh, I'm a smart guy.
I can barely do that.
But then you talk to someone who is not. I'm just articulating the fucking shit in my head.
Yeah,
it's
your
not smart.
thoughts.
I can just say it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's anything.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's literally nothing.
It's fuck ton of nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
But then you speak to someone who can articulate actual knowledge.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, I'm a fucking complete retard.
I'm very.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
The people who can toe the line of doing that and being a fun person, they're the best. Because, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
They're dime a dozen, those people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you're cool to listen to on a podcast or like when I've seen you for 30 seconds, but I probably don't want to hang out with you.
Me.
No.
That's me. That's me.
No, I'm talking about these fucking smart cunts.
Oh, I thought you meant someone. Oh, yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to hang. I don't want to go to the pub with them. I still like going to the pub. You're not going to get rid of that out of my system.
Two that come to my mind straight off the bat, and this is not hating, but these are guys that exactly what you described. Do you know Chris Williams?
No.
The English guy. And who's the PT? James Smith, the PT.
Okay, yeah.
They're like influencer guys that I'm like are exactly what you just described. They're really smart. They're really articulate. I don't think I want to drink a beer with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I want to be around them.
I am impressed by you.
Obviously, you're impressive. You're incredibly successful. Yeah. Your brain's great. You're great. You're doing really well. Good for you. Please don't come near me, my mates. If I see you at the pub, don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Don't come near me.
That's how I feel about those people.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to get a little bit closer to their side. I'd love to be articulate. I even like hear people talk about history, bro. Like, I'm impressed by it. I don't care enough to do it myself.
You should know. Like, the things you should know. We should know about the history.
Well, I was listening to Matt and Shane, actually, but Shane wasn't on it. It was Chrissy D goes by. But
Chris Stefano and Giannis Papas.
And he's
the history hyenas.
He's full-blown ADHD or something. The way he can just talk so fast and he's
he annoys the fuck out of me.
I can see why he's annoyed.
He bothers me.
Yeah. But he was just saying all this shit about how, like, the Romans were just, like, gay. Like, they were all just...
Romans were gay as Christmas.
Yeah, well, it's like there was just no badge on sexuality at all. It was just everyone loves everyone. And I think this shows how bad I am. Alexander the Great, I know the name, don't even know what he did. Just, like, had a full-blown boyfriend. And this is, like, a type of guy that alphas probably, like, love. Yeah. It's like, you didn't even know this guy was fucking dudes.
They all used to butt fuck kids and men. Like, it was just what you did.
It's just
That's
what it was.
The Spartans apparently were also good because they were butt fucking each other.
Yeah.
And then they were like, they loved each other. They were like, I'm not going to lose. You know, like footy teams do preseason camps because you go through something like hard and traumatic with people. It brings you closer together, and then you're more likely to, like, when it gets tough in a footy game, you're like, I'm going to fucking, that's my boy. I'm not going to let us lose. The Spartans were just butt fucking each other, and they're like, that's my boy, man. I butt fuck him. Like, I'm not going to let him die. I'm going to die for him because I butt fuck him. That's my boy.
Like the Menendez dad.
Yeah, that's what he was like. That was the actual reference.
That's what he thought.
That's what the Warriors used to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn these kids into Warriors by sodomizing them.
But then I
was thinking about that movie yesterday. I don't know why.
But like then he was like I was learning that he was going on about the Romans and that, but apparently like gay wasn't even like a slur, a taboo thing for years, and it randomly turned into one. And I was like, that was pretty hard for me to comprehend.
Yeah.
There wasn't always like a time when, just because of how we grew up, it's like, oh, that's a taboo. Like the fact that it wasn't and became one is a strange thing.
Yeah, that's cultural.
Yeah,
it's cultural. But yeah, I'm all for bringing it back, like the Romans. Just get stuck in wherever you want. Not kids, not the kid thing, but just fucking fuck your boys.
And I'm actually a good warrior. Apparently.
Get in here, if it brings you closer to your boys, I'm all for it.
I want to fill you in on one more thing you're missing out on social media. This rules. Okay. There's this guy that has a podcast, and it's called Financial Audit, and nice. People volunteer to come on his show, and they're just fucking young, dumb idiots who fuck up their money, who are in tons of debt, and he just tears them to shreds.
Oh, that's great.
It's awesome, bro.
What's called Financial Audit?
I think so. I've only ever seen the clips. I'm down to listen to a full podcast because they're just like, man, like I got a loan.
Afterpay.
Yeah, I got a loan to pay off this credit card debt, but I also had 3 other credit cards. So I just spread the loan between the 3 without paying off any of them. And he's like, are you fucking retarded? like just hammering them. And there's like a chick going on there. She's like, oh, girl math. Like, you know what I mean? I pay 50%, 80% in rent, but I still have money to go out. And he's like, no, you don't.
Fucking spastic.
Like just spraying him, calling him morons, spastic.
That's great. Who is this guy?
I think his name's Caleb or something, and he looks a little bit nerdy too, but he's so mean to
he's
him.
Financially literate and he's mean to young people. I'm on board.
Yeah, 100%. Well, they go on this show, fuck knows why, and they start saying it's like not their fault. Like they're talking about borrowing money from their parents and just like not paying them back and shit. And he's just absolutely hammering them. It's the best.
I did have one more exciting development because we're moving out of our rental property soon. Exciting. And I just realised, I was like, it's been really hot and dry. The entire lawn's completely dead.
Oh, my lawn's fucked too.
It's an all out, like you've been to mine, like it's a lot of grass. Yeah. The property's mostly grass. There's like a little bit of house, and if it was house to grass, it's like 80-20 house grass.
Just brown as fuck.
Dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, this, like, I don't want these.
Oh, true.
You know how I feel? Well, I got to give, it's like, I don't know if that's part of my fucking responsibilities. So I was like, I'm going to Bunnings, and I got one of those soaker hoses. Yeah. You know, it's like a hose, but it's got all the little holes in it. And so my new thing is like either really early in the morning before the gym or late in the day when it cools off, I rearrange the soaker hose on either one side of the yard or the other, and I kick it on. Bro, the grass is coming back.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like...
It must be nice to see.
I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
There's fucking heaps of grass there, and I'm like... Yeah, so now, like, we just bought an apartment, so there's no lawn to look after. Oh, but I'm like, I get it. I got it. I was like, oh, fuck, this is sick. I can, like, see it. I'm caring for.
Seeing your progress.
Yeah,
right?
I was like, this is so exciting. I was like, yeah, and I'm going, babe, you see the grass? She's like, yeah, I know, cunt. You showed me yesterday. I'm like, there's more. Yeah. And she's like, I know, mate. Like, congratulations on fucking growing some grass. But no, I'm really excited.
I need to do that. Thank fuck for this rain because, my backyard's bullshit.
Mine's fucked.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want these dickhead fucking real estate to be like, you fucking grass is dead. That you need to get your bond back.
He's fucking 50% of your bond. Spray paint the cunt.
Yeah, don't bother me.
You have to.
Don't bother me. Very good. Anything else, mate? Catch up on? That was a good catch up.
Nah, mate. I think I'm fucking. That was good, man. It's good to see you again. Good to catch up. I've missed this.
Been a long time, hasn't it? Been a long time.
Now, news time.
News time. I saw this story at the start of the holidays. It tickled me.
In a shocking turn of events, Australia's first ever women's sports bar shuts its doors just months after opening.
It was like 3 months or something.
Yeah. Who could have seen this coming?
It's so funny.
It's a shame. It's a shame. But come on.
It was a nice idea. Why didn't it work
They saw a hole in the market, and turns out there's a reason.
There's a gap in that market.
The Ladies League, TLL, on Oxford Street in Darlinghurst, Sydney, announced its closure in a lengthy message on Instagram, blaming the cost of living crisis and low customer spending. Yeah, right. It was with a heavy heart that we will not be reopening the doors to the Ladies League, the post began. I'm not going to get into this whole post. But, I mean, fuck. It's that simple. That
was a good comment. Did you see the comment section on there was an article, it was like Lad Bible or someone posted that when it happened. The comment section was just great.
Yeah.
It was just like,
what do you fucking expect?
It was exactly what you think it was. It was really good.
Yes, some girls like sport, not enough to run a viable business.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fucking funny as.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I mean, it sucks. Obviously, some people have gone out and put themselves out there and tried to start a business. Yeah. Obviously, that's very sad. Yeah. But it's funny.
And also,
it's really funny.
Like, was it a girls' club? Like, no boys allowed?
No, I don't think it was no boys allowed, but I do believe it was no boys allowed on the TVs. So it was
it was only displaying women's sport.
It was a women's sports bar. I don't think it was no girls allowed and no boys allowed. I don't think I worried about cooties or anything like that, but I do believe all the TVs only had like the Matildas games, NRLW, WNBA.
Oh, fuck, this is worse than I thought.
Yeah.
My interpretation, it was like only girls allowed for them to enjoy
potentially
sport.
I don't know the fine points, but I do believe
if they're only running women's sport in there,
I think it was when they say a women's sports bar, I think they mean like we only play women's sports on the TV.
Oh fucking no! What?
It's do you know
that's so dumb.
Do you know what? Because
is there enough women? There'd be blank TVs every other day. Is there even that many women's sport running around?
It's on. Women's Big Bash. Women's Big Bash.
Yeah.
I'm now thinking of the person who signed off on that business loan, who rubber stamped that business loan. What a conundrum they would have been in, because they would have like the big lesbos who opened. I'm assuming they're lesbians. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But let's call them the big lesbos who opened that joint up would have gone into Combank business or NAB business and been like, hey, can we have $50,000 to open up? Like, sweet, what's your idea? And they go, it's a women's sports bar. We only play women's sports on TV. What do you reckon? And they go, I've got to go talk to my supervisor.
Yeah.
And he would have gone to his supervisor and been like, and he would have been like,
what's the real idea?
And he would have been like, all right, what you guys, because we're the Combank, we actually are supposed to be supporting women's sport. We sponsor the Matildas. This is a fucking terrible idea. We're gonna have to lend these people money that we're probably not gonna get back
because we gotta be seen as
and they're like, fuck man, this is. He goes, look, normally I would say no way in hell,
no fucking way,
but we have to, otherwise we go. That's the only reason they got that fucking money, surely, to start that up, because no one in business banking would have, in their right minds, lent them money if they knew that what the fucking idea was.
No,
there's not a snowflake's chance.
Imagine taking that on like Shark Tank, like getting shot down immediately.
Get the fuck out of my TV studio.
The only real way that it like passed is they just said sports bar. Like they didn't give the nitty gritty.
What separates you from any other sports bar? Like secret. Yeah. You'll see. Just give us the money and we'll show you.
Just know that you will be getting a lot of backlash if you don't approve this line.
I would do it to save you from some nasty tweets.
Yeah.
Definitely. Very funny. Very funny. R.I.P. the Ladies Lounge. Or Ladies League?
Ladies League.
Who gives a fuck? All right, this one saddened and angered me. Kim Jong-un bans North Koreans from eating hot dogs and imprisons couples for divorcing in bizarre new crackdown. And not so much the divorcing. For me, I don't give a fuck about the divorcing, but the hot dogs.
Yeah.
So Kim Jong-un has reportedly banned North Koreans from eating hot dogs because they're too American.
That's the right.
Yeah. So the despot, I don't know what a despot is. I'm assuming it's like a dictator. 40 claims that popular fast food dish is too Western and says that serving the food will now be deemed as an act of treason.
Wow.
Anyone in the hermit state caught selling hot dogs on the streets or cooking the American sausage dish in their homes risks being shipped off to labor camps.
That sucks.
Speaking to The Sun, a vendor in the northern province of Orangangang, I think, said sales of Buddha jjigae in the market have dropped. Buddha jjigae is a spicy Korean-American fusion dish made from broth, Korean hot pepper paste, kimchi, American spam, beans, and sausage. It sounds fucking terrible. It's the closest. I'm assuming it's the closest thing the poor North Koreans get to a hot dog.
Yeah. Well, especially now.
Anyway, they've plummeted. The dish was imported from affluent pro-Western South Korea in 2017. The vendor also confirmed to the newspaper that North Korean police and market management have said anyone caught selling the savoury meal will be shut down. That sucks. I mean, I'm not even big on hot dogs.
No, me either.
I wouldn't. Hot dogs are fine.
Honestly, I'm a little bit disgusted by them.
I mean, it's not meat.
Nah.
It's not.
And like it's like the way it's like cooked, like it doesn't even feel like it's
just
meat
boiled.
when you're cooking
it's like poached.
Yeah.
It's like the
way it crunches to like you snap it.
Split.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an odd meal, but they shouldn't be locking people up for eating them.
Absolutely not. I find it so interesting that we live in a world where, like, there's countries that are literally like, no, only our stuff.
Yeah.
Only our stuff. Other stuff is, like, it's complete racism.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it?
It's
like it's actual.
Yeah, it's like xenophobia. It's a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
But it's not even, that's a weird thing. It's an even weirder thing because it's not even saying like, hey, we got to, like you get from an economic standpoint, if they were to be like, hey, we need to support our local farmers. You're going to eat hot dogs. You got to eat Korean hot dogs. You got to eat the ones that are farmed here. They're not even saying that. They're saying that's too much of an American idea.
Yeah.
No
way, bro.
It's not even an economic thing to be like, hey, let's support our local hot dog vendors.
They're going to throw their guns away next?
Yeah. Pussies. Like a bunch of pussies.
You like that fucking idea, you cunts?
Yeah. It's very weird and I feel sorry for them. I don't know what the go with the divorce thing is, but frankly, I don't care. I'm more concerned with the hot dogs. Like imagine if someone was like, cheeseburgers are done.
Well, imagine if someone said we can't have Chinese food.
Yeah.
Like there's like every Chinese restaurant.
We're concerned about, that's way more accurate because they'd be like, we're concerned about Chinese influence in this country. We don't like what they're up to. No Chinese food.
Yep. That would be bullshit. I mean, like we are so lucky. You forget how lucky Australia is that you can do literally whatever you want.
It's the greatest country on the planet.
For the most part.
It's the greatest country on the planet.
I Googled it to make sure because it's something that we've already been proud of as a country, but we are the most multicultural country.
Yeah.
Every other country is so caught up in being their own identity, which I find interesting. And like patriotism is cool.
Yeah.
But Australia's just like, nah, everyone.
Yeah. Dave Chappelle had a good line about it. He's like, why the West will never beat China in the long run is because like in America and like in Australia to a degree, everyone's like arguing and like not sure what we are and we're so multicultural. And he's like, in China, everyone's Chinese.
Yeah.
Like everyone in China's Chinese, pretty much. Like the whole country's Chinese, and they're all just like, and they don't have a choice. Like they have to get on board with the Communist Party and all of it.
Yeah, that's tough.
They don't have a choice. Like this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And like everyone here's like, we're fucking. What are we? Like no one knows, and we're all fighting each other. Which is, I mean, if we go down a rabbit hole, it could be China's doing. Won't go into that. Whatever.
Not on the first episode.
Not on the first episode. We might save
Come back in a couple months.
Might save for the Patreon. They could have got us from the inside. Hey, let's not talk about that right now. But point is, they're all on the same page and we're fighting with ourselves. Anyway, I didn't bring it up. Hot dogs banned. Let's go to the next story.
Get your Chinese food
I can feel myself getting fired up. This article tickled me. Well, it didn't tickle me. I'll read you the headline. This was not funny. Boy, 7 years old, found alive 5 days after going missing in a lion-infested Zimbabwean game park.
Great headline.
Now, impressive, amazing. I'll read you the story and I'll tell you why I found it funny. After wandering away from his home, the boy used his wildlife knowledge to survive digging holes in a riverbank to find drinking water and eating wild fruits.
7 years old.
Amazing. Impressive. A young boy has been found alive 5 days after going missing in a lion-infested game park. His name is Tino Tenda Pudu. 7 years old, went missing from his home in a rural community on December 27th and unknowingly headed into the perilous Matsuadona Game Park, Zimbabwean MP said. A search operation was launched and footprints were discovered in a valley on December 30, with the boy miraculously being found a day later. He survived his ordeal by eating wild fruits and sleeping on a rocky perch amidst roaring lions and passing elephants in the unforgiving wild.
Wow.
The MP said. Now, this is miraculous. This is amazing. This kid is a freak. And I just thought the timing of it was just hilarious because this kid has survived. Like I couldn't get off the lounge to get another lint ball. In the same period of time that this kid was surviving in the wild amongst lions and eating fruit and drinking fresh water, I was gaining kilo after kilo by eating just ham and like I would have died. Hours into that.
I mean, your parents would be like, there's starving kids in Africa, eat your food. So you're just doing your duty at that point.
That's what they've told me this whole time.
You got to eat their share.
I was like, if that was me, I would have. This kid probably knew he had to fucking keep quiet because there's lions around and go and looking for fresh water. I would have been moaning and a lion would have come and eaten me.
Oh, you teleport yourself there now, you're fucked.
I'd be dead hours into it, man.
Yeah, bro.
Hours into it. This kid lasted for 5 days.
Think fucking knew how to get water. Bro, I don't know how to get
That's
fresh
what I mean.
water. Like,
that's what I fucking mean. If it doesn't come out of a tap, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come out of a tap that's walking distance from me, I'm dying of dehydration. And and then even I'm so fucking piggish at the moment. If I was in that situation, somehow didn't get eaten, somehow found water, and then I was like, damn, I'm going to die of starvation, and the only thing I found is fruit, I'd be like, I'll see if I can find something else. I would have been like, I'll keep looking because I don't really want to eat fruit right now.
So I'll remember where that is.
Yeah, I was like, I'll come back to the fruit. I'll keep looking.
I wonder if they got any pepper macros in it.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something I can microwave quickly. Like that, I just thought it was insane. Like this kid's done this, and I mean, all of us, not just me, but everyone's just been the fattest, piggish cunts possible.
Yeah.
And this kid's just survived in the wilderness, not got eaten, not died, found water, found fruit, got saved. And I would hazard a guess. I'm gonna make a blanket statement right now. Me and you included, and everyone listening to this podcast right now would have been dead in 2 days.
I reckon there's a couple of fucking bushies in the listeners here.
There's a couple, but I reckon they're all dead. We're pretty soft in the West. Yeah. We think we're a bit tough because we can take our Nissan Navaras out. All those bushies have still got fucking Navaras and fucking big utes with fucking canopies and fucking stovetops on the back.
That's true.
Yeah, they like going out bush, but they still got fucking $100,000 worth of kit with them.
And all the rest.
No disrespect to you. But I reckon the whole Daily Blue universe is fucking dead meat.
Yeah.
Fucking dead real quick. I thought it was quite topical, that story.
It's something that's so impressive. Again, like that smart shit. You see a smart person, you're impressed by them. These people, those bushies who can genuinely survive out in the wilderness, so impressed by, have zero intention of ever learning how to do it.
It's cool. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Do your best.
Enjoy.
That's yours, mate. You can have it. New year, same Daily Blue Weekly. Crapping Karen. Sydney Sider catches backyard pooper on CCTV in a scandal that has been dubbed the Paddington Poo Jogger 2.0. A middle-aged woman has been caught in the midst of a shameless act. A Sydney resident has publicly shamed another local for pooping on their lawn. After repeatedly discovering feces in their backyard, the frustrated homeowner decided to install some CCTV cameras around their property to catch the anonymous offender. Once they'd secured the evidence, they posted a flyer with the incriminating photo and a stern message for the culprit on a tree outside their home. Another resident took notice and snapped a picture of the flyer, sharing it on Reddit with the caption, "Rather strange poster on a tree." The flyer read, "Attention, lady?" ? Exclamation mark. I don't know if they're questioning it's a lady or what. "Please stop pooping in my backyard. My grandchildren play in there. It's disgusting. This is not the first time. I have cameras everywhere because of you, so please stop." And if you'll refer to the flyer here, Gabe.
Oh, wow.
Just dropping trout and crapping in their backyard.
Wow. I like that they've gone to the effort to shame them publicly.
Absolutely.
That's
you're pooping on my
awesome.
lawn.
Yeah.
That's flogging. That's flogging areas.
All right, but
you can fight someone for crapping on your property.
Now, what do you make of this? What if someone like poos like in the gutter? Is that play on or is that wrong?
Not near my house.
No.
If I see it, if I'm home, I don't care that she's a 6-year-old woman. I'm throwing hands. You cannot poo.
Well, the world's for everyone, man.
In the middle of the day, not on my house. Go a few houses down. You're not pooping on or near my house. No.
Well, no
exceptions.
It's not your property. Let the woman poop, man. She's got to go.
She can't poop on the street near my house. No way, bro.
Right, what if
you're allowed to throw hands? Like if you, I'm not obviously hitting women is abhorrent and you cannot do it. But if a woman crapped, if a human woman pooped on my lawn, and I could see it, she's getting pushed over. Bare minimum. You're getting a shove. Bare minimum. Yeah. And if she went to the police, I reckon if you told the police what happened, they'd be like, "That's play on."
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's in the Constitution. That's play on.
Did you push it hard enough?
Yeah. Did you push it back into the poo?
You need to be pushing them into the poo, 100%.
For sure.
That's the price they're paying for doing it.
Insane, man. You cannot be crapping in the street.
All right. So
in the middle of the day.
Say you're going for a jog, maybe up around like a park somewhere, and you see someone doing a shit in the park, and they look like like not a homeless person, like someone's just shitting in the park, are you like calling the cops? Like, is that their
because
prerogative?
obviously, like there's exceptions to every rule. Obviously, sometimes people go for a jog and emergencies happen.
Yeah.
You've seen people shit themselves. Like you go running and your body goes into evac mode sometimes. Sometimes you got to poo, but like you got to go behind a tree where people like this person's like repeatedly crapping on someone's lawn.
Yeah, they picked out her
Yeah,
lawn.
like a couple of times. Like sometimes
That's a war crime.
So it's an act of terrorism is what it is.
100%.
It's an act of terrorism. She should be deported. She should be put on Christmas Island and flogged. It's not on. It's not on. But I mean, I did want to start the year with a poo story.
Oh, it was essential.
And it is a reference. So in 2019, there was a Paddington poo jogger. It captivated the state apparently when a woman was caught squatting outside the office of Sydney. I didn't know this. Sydney PR maven Roxy Jacenko.
That's
great.
Again.
See, now I've got to go back and eat my whole words because when it is okay, she's crapping on Roxy Jacenko's front door.
Yeah.
Roxy Jacenko's that PR. That's so funny, man. I was talking about Roxy Jacenko 2 nights ago. That's
weird
fucking
world,
freaky.
man.
She was on, SAS Australia,
Yes.
where they put celebrities through special services,
Yep.
special forces training. Roxy Jacenko was on, I think, the first celebrity one of that, the Honey Badger, and that was on.
Yeah. I don't know who she is, by the way, but I do know that.
My
episode.
missus, she's a PR. She's a dickhead.
Okay.
She's like she's got a big PR firm in Sydney, and she's just this blonde bimbo who
Kind of like
contributes nothing,
Yeah.
and he's a millionaire, and
Right.
she's a fucking vapid oxygen thief. Anyway.
I'll go easy.
Anyway, and my missus was watching old episodes of SAS Australia, the one that Bordy Cordner and that were on. I think it might have been the most recent one.
Old SAS is wild, but anyway.
Yeah, but fucking Roxy Jacenko was on the original one, and the clips of her at the start, they're like, they ask him like, "What are you coming on here for?" And she's like, "I'm just going to prove to everyone that I'm not just a pretty face." And then the fucking mate, I'm not joking. The first episode, they were like, they got them all in a creek, and they're like, "Hey, this isn't a game. You're going to get a fucking touch up here." And they were at this creek. It was like this freezing cold creek. It was the very first thing they asked them to do. And they said, everyone is get in that creek and lay down in the creek.
And she just didn't.
And she went, no. And they're like, get in the fucking creek now. And she goes, I don't have to do this. And she walked off. First thing. She didn't even, I think she touched the water and realized it was cold and was like, I'm out. And then
water.
And then the next clip was her going like, I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I know who
I hate that.
I hate her, bro.
I hate that.
And now
I hate that so much,
So,
cunt.
and now everything I just said about pooping on people's lawns, I'm taking back because this story has already happened in 2019, and this woman was crapping on Roxy Jacenko's office front door, and now I'm completely okay with it because fuck Roxy Jacenko.
Yeah, that pooper deserves a pardon.
Well, now, so like, yeah, I mean, I guess it comes down to whose lawn are you pooping on.
Yeah.
So it's
Because
like,
there's definitely, maybe instead of killing CEOs, we should be shitting on their doors.
absolutely 100%. You should not be shooting CEOs with a silencer. Yes, you can crap on their lawns.
Throw poop at their properties.
You can poop on their lawns.
Yeah.
That's probably as far as you can go. Murdering's not on, but crap. Yeah, so I mean, everything I just said, I take. But if it's Roxy Jacenko's fucking office, go your hardest.
That's fucking infuriating.
Crazy. Guys, that's your first news for 2024. You're welcome. As always, we just want to give a quick shout out to PK Mortgages for sponsoring the podcast. I genuinely had such a great experience working with them to get my first home.
Aside from Phil's sweet, soothing voice, Blue, what was it specifically that made work with them such a great experience?
Gabe, I'm so glad you asked that. As you and the listeners know, I'm a complete fucking retard when it comes to... Yeah, but I mean, on a serious note, I am like genuinely probably handicapped in some degree, particularly when it comes to money. I fucked around my entire 20s and for the early part of my 30s, drinking, drugging, carrying on like a good sort.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm never going to own a fucking home. And then I spoke to Phil from PK, and the best part was realizing that owning a home was something that was attainable. It's happening. I'm getting the keys in like a week, which I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
And mate, I had this feeling twice in my life. Once was when I went to uni. I started my uni degree and I was like, I'm the dumbest cunt in the world. I'm never going to have a uni degree. I somehow finished uni. I never used it, but I did finish it and I got my degree. And the second time was like, oh, well, I'm definitely not going to own a home because I'm a fucking maniac and I'm spraying my fucking paycheck up the wall every week. Then I knuckled down for a bit and I spoke to someone who knows what's going on, like Phil from PK Mortgages, and I fucking bought a house. So yeah, that was the best part about the whole experience. It was genuinely fucking awesome. And it could be you too.
Oh, bro, the thing is like, it's daunting as, you know what I mean? And like having someone who's in the know who like generally wants the best for you on your side. Like, it must put you at a bit of ease, you know what I mean?
Mate, it did. It was the best. Yeah. I'm going to go off script here.
That's
right.
right.
We have a script here. I'm going off script. It was the best. Phil's the man.
That's good.
He's one of us. He's a fan of the pod. And he can fucking help you. That's as plain and simple. That is a personal testimony. Mm-hmm. That is, I'll give him the...
How many burns?
That's the Bluey stamp of approval.
He's good. He's good. He's a great guy. He's generous. He's transparent. And if you want to get in contact with Phil, if you need a loan anywhere in Australia, Phil can help you. You can get in contact with him and the team at pkmortgages.com.au or contact the team at 0420 660 804.
That's the Bluey stamp of approval.
It's New Year, guys. Time to start getting our act together. And there's no better way to do that with some sweet, delicious, chef-prepared meals from our mates at Papa Macros.
I've been waiting for this ad because, first of all, Papa Macros did have some time off over the break, as they're well entitled to. They work hard all year, and I didn't get my Papa Macros over the holidays. And this is not directly to do with Papa Macros. This is to do with me being a fat, greedy cunt and being drunk all the time and just watching cricket and eating limp balls. I put 6 kilos on. Bro, I am fucking... I mean, we'll talk about it more in the pod, Gabe, but I ran the city to surf in... When was that? August? I was 89 kilos. I'm 100 kilos at the moment.
Wow.
I'm 11 kilos heavier. They're not to blame Papa Macros for having 2 weeks off. They didn't do that damage in the 2 weeks off. But my God, I can't wait for Papa Macros to fucking be on my doorstep next Monday.
Maybe if they were delivering, you wouldn't be in this bloody mess.
Well, I mean, the only reason I bring up my horrific weight gain is because I'm imagining there's a lot of listeners that are literally in the exact same boat as me that did nothing but lay on their back, be fat cunts, eat limp balls, watch cricket, drink piss for 2.5 weeks. Guilty. Guilty. And if you're putting your hand up and saying guilty, then, I mean, this is like, it's just portion control for me.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking glut. Papa Macros, delicious, nutritious, protein, carbohydrates, all the other good shit, but nice portions. You don't overeat. You're satisfied. You're satiated. And you're not a fat cunt.
It's that simple.
It's like, it's a pretty simple equation. And unfortunately, me and I'm sure many of the listeners need someone to control my portions for me. Otherwise, I overeat. And Papa Macros do that.
I mean, it's the best of both, right? If you're coming into this year, maybe a few people have some goals. Oh, I want to fucking get shredded this year or whatever. It's good for that. If you're a lazy piece of shit, the truth be told is it's good for that as well.
It's the third time I've tangoed with Papa Macros post-Christmas. The first time was 2.5 years or 2 Christmases ago. That other podcast we were on, used to get him there. Lost heaps of weight on him then. Second time was like this on this podcast, and I got him for the fight. Best Nick ever. The only thing that brings me undone is the Christmas period.
Yeah.
and
my that own. To the best of them.
And I mean, I'm only human. I got to have a couple of weeks for me.
That's right. Guys, head to papamacros.com.au now and jump on board and get yourself in some decent nick, or just save yourself some time in the new year and use our code
Daily Blue, all one word, capital D, capital B. That'll get you 10% off some delicious, nutritious, home-delivered, chef-prepared food delivered straight to your door. I mean, hey, if you've been a fat cunt like me over the break, give them a go. That's all I'll say. You don't have to commit fully, but I'm not like a clingy missus saying like, hey, what are we? Mm-hmm. It's not that. I'm just being cool. I'm like, hey, let's give it a go.
Give it a go.
Let's
if
give it a
works,
go.
It works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Let's see where it leads. But deep down, I'm a clingy girlfriend. I really want it to work.
And like you're
but
a
I'm
cool
acting
guy
cool.
and I want to keep hanging out with you.
But I'm just acting cool. I'm like, I'm not saying what are we? I'm just saying let's just give it a go. Code Daily Blue 10% off. Now, disappointingly, Gabe, I did bring you a brand new Soulcat Designs water bottle.
Yep.
I had 2 in my room. I was hoping yours had the butt plug in it.
It did.
It did?
It did.
Well,
I chucked it I chucked it in the bedroom. I'm going to go sit on it after this.
I thought you might have put it up your ass before. I thought you might have inserted it before we did the podcast.
It didn't have the vibration control.
Yeah. Guys, we are in the stinking hot Australian summer. 35 yesterday, first day back at work. 35 degrees, suck my ass. The only thing saving me was some cold water from my double insulated stainless steel, Australian owned and operated, Australian designed Soulcat Big Dog 1.9 litre.
And let me say this, what a design it is.
Fuck, I mean, this one has seen better days.
But I like that. I like that it shows the grit that you go through at work.
She's sturdy.
She is.
She's sturdy. This thing's taken, look at the bottom.
Wow.
Look at the bottom. It looks like downtown Beirut.
So, if you want to get on this podcast and say that we don't utilise the products that we promote, well, shove that up ya.
Here's another blue stamp of approval coming. Soulcat Designs, you guys know by now, Australian owned and operated company. We love them. They're fans of the show. They've been with us pretty much since day dot.
Yep.
They do great work. They're great people. Stainless steel water bottles, beautiful stainless steel keep cups, which I've been pounding my keep cup over the break, flogging it. Whiskey decanters, whiskey glasses. They're classy operators. What can I say? I mean, it takes one to know one. Obviously, that's why they're associated with this podcast. It takes two to tango. Gabe, where can they find Soulcat Designs products? And do you have, by any chance, a discount code that our listeners may be able to utilize if they are buying some Soulcat products?
Now, I'm going to give you guys a discount code first because
nice,
you know
mate.
what? Let's save the best for last.
Fuck, you're looking after them.
You can use the discount code Daily Blue, all one word, capital D, capital B. Use that at the checkout, and you can find them at www.soulcatdesigns, SOLKATT designs.com.
The link's also in our show notes. Support the guys who support us. All right, guys, time for the Daily Blues Chews. First cab off the rank for 2025. As always, brought to you by just one of the fucking good guys, Phil and the team at PK Mortgages. Let's not dilly-dally, Gabo. Let's chew.
Hello.
Oh.
Fuck me. Fucking do a chew outside, dumb cunt. Hello. Happy New Year. Welcome to the first Daily Blue Chews of 2025. Thought I'd mix it up, bring the chews outside. Obviously a fucking terrible idea. It's blowing a gale. Nevertheless, thought it'd be good to get out the house. I've done nothing but drink piss, eat ham, and lay on the couch and watch cricket for the last couple of weeks. So I thought it might be a good idea to start the year with a nice, fresh, something a bit healthy, something a bit good for the body. We're doing cheeseburgers. Smash burger. Beaumont Street in Hamilton. Gone their French onion smash, 2 smash patties, some aioli, onion, a couple of brioche buns. Let's chew.
I've had this.
Hello. Let's go. I'm getting shit, so I'm going to wrap this one up. It's a fucking good burger. Beautiful smash patties, great char on them, really smashed up nicely. This is fucking good shit. That's Smash Burger, Beaumont Street, Hamilton. 8.7.
Oh,
loved it.
Oh, little sound effect, boy. Let's go.
I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd like that. I knew you'd enjoy that.
Let's go, 2025.
I wanted to try and get because Portnoy does like the rubber stamp when he gives a score. It goes like, poof.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do the exact same thing as him.
Yeah.
But it's a little bite sound effect.
I
little
love
chew.
that.
I put in CapCut. I was like looking for sound effects. I was like, chew.
Yeah.
And that was like the second one that came up. I was like, perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, really good.
What the time
Really,
I had
really
it,
good.
I wasn't mega impressed. So that's why I shot it.
I loved it.
There.
And I was fucking starving too. Do you know what could have impacted it negatively is the fucking scenario? Because my shit the camera blew over. If you're listening to this, you'll see the chew on socials later this week. But the camera blew over. Then my burger box, once the burger was out of it, blew off the table twice. And then there was flies buzzing around everywhere. It was a fucking terrible idea. I took it down to the park near Beaumont Street there. Such a bad idea.
Yeah.
It was the elements nearly fucking ruined the experience for me. But the food was great and I was very hungry.
Yeah, well, you're right. That probably could go up another 0.2 or so.
Potentially. But it was really good. And like also, it's got the benefit of being the first burger.
Yes.
So I'm not rating it against anything currently.
Being first is
being first is massively in your benefit. But there's fucking so many good burger joints to get around to. So I'm very excited for this block of chewing. I think sort of 6-7 weeks is like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
I think I did like 6-7 weeks of snooty wraps. I think I did 5-6 weeks of snack packs. So I think that's that kind of nice sweet spot. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of months.
I'm looking forward to seeing them, brother.
Can't wait. This is your first chew for 2025. Legends.
Welcome back to the Daily Blue Dial-Ins. This is where you guys get in contact with Bluey and I, and you tell us silly stories, you make us laugh, you give us a piece of your mind, what's been pissing you off, what you've been loving, anything. And I've been fucking looking forward to this bit of the show. We got some of these coming in from last year because we missed a couple of weeks, so there's plenty built up.
I fucking missed you guys. It's going to be good to hear your sweet, sweet voices.
If you want to get in contact with us, you go into the Instagram or TikTok bio and you press a link and it says Dial in Daily Blue. You follow the prompts there. You give yourself a little nickname and then we listen to them.
And away we go. And away we go.
Bluey, Gabe, it's Hatman here. I'm struggling. I don't have any more hats to give away. I'd like to give some hats to the Blooniverse, but you cunts won't order any CTC hats. Hurry up and have a Merry Christmas.
So this is, I'm assuming this is Hat Man who, remember, gave away his hat to someone who got theirs shit in the wash.
Correct. And he wants us to do CTC hats. Maybe. Fuck, we might have to do it on CTC. Just to keep the people happy.
Hat Man, credit to you, mate. And I appreciate you coming in anonymously. You don't even want the fucking limelight.
That was a big act.
It was awesome.
That was a huge act.
Most generous act of 2024.
In the
MGA. Podcast history.
MGA.
Boys, it's the Doppelganger.
Hey.
Just dialing in for your Christmas feeds. I'm going to try and beat my record this year, but I think last year on Christmas Day, I think it was just over a kilo of ham and drank 20 stubbies, which doesn't sound like a lot for the whole day, but if you don't fucking roll off the couch, where's it all go? Like, how do you keep stuffing it in there?
Yeah.
Who else has just got some absolute piece of shit eating and drinking Christmas habits? Let us know.
Guilty.
See you, boys. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Doppelganger. A belated Merry Christmas to you, sir. The missus actually has been still chirping me about this. So we bought a heap of meat for the Boxing Day barbecue with her family, and we left a pack of snags at home. We just forgot them. And then we got home and we had like a day before we were leaving for New Year's to go to Foster.
Yep.
And all I had in the fridge was a pack of 10 snags and an avocado. And I was like, the logic was, you've been a big fat cunt. I was like, like a semi-healthy feed here would be to cook the snags, cut them up, and have like sausage and avocado in a bowl.
Yuck.
No, it was awesome. But then I ended up eating 8 sausages.
You didn't even touch the avo.
No, I ate the avo. It was only half an avo, so I had half an avocado with 8 sausages. And I told my missus, she goes, "What'd you eat? We haven't got any food." And I was like, "Oh no, we had those snacks." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "I just had sausages and avocado." And she's like, "How many sausages did you eat?" I was like, "I ate 8 sausages." And she's like, "What the fucking hell's wrong with you?"
Yeah, that's wild.
I ate like full size sausages, like thin-ish, like meaty in between us, but like long. And half an avocado. And she was disgusted.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big a deal.
I mean,
8 sausages is not, I don't know. Like it was 10 in the pack. And I was pretty full. I will admit I was full.
You just hate leaving packets with fucking food left in them,
I
don't you?
hate waste.
Yeah.
I fucking hate waste.
You hate leaving packets with anything left in them.
Everything. I hate it. I just hate waste.
I reckon I could max out at 4 snags. Like 4 sausage sangers, probably.
I think if I was training, I could have eaten a pack. Like if I hadn't been lounging around.
It's only 2 more. Of course you could have.
Yeah, I know. I could eat a pack of snacks. Easy. I think he messaged me and was like, "Don't play that."
Join the Patreon.
Don't even play. I'm pretty sure he messaged
that.
me and was like, "Hey, I rang." I think he was like, "I rang the podcast. Don't play it."
1:15:30.
What time did he send it? If it's in it,
it just says a week ago. Actually, well, it would tell me in the email.
Yeah, check the email. But I think if it's in a late, he was like, "Don't fucking play it." We'll listen to it after.
Yeah, it doesn't say a word.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, no, it was. I don't think.
Okay. Cut that. Patreon.
Just play. Yeah, just play the afters.
Hey fellas, it's Dirty Money Dribbler here.
Hey.
Hope you had a wonderful New Year's. Just want to call in. I was shopping in the supermarket and I noticed that they're selling hot cross buns at the moment. Now, I don't want to be a Grinch or whatever the Easter equivalent of that is, but don't you think it's a bit too fucking early? Like, I mean, when is the right time to sell those? And also, Gabe, great pod last week. Just want to talk about. You asked what's the difference between lie and misinform. Well, the difference is when I lie to you, I do it with intent. When I tell you something and I'm misinformed, it just means I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, have a great one, guys. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. DMD.
Yeah, I was. Let's talk about the hot cross buns. To be honest, I don't fucking give a fuck.
It's the same with this is the exact. I mean, if I got to talk about changing and manipulating time, much like I did with the Christmas tree, I don't care.
Yeah.
What's wrong with fucking bringing the buns out early, bro? Easter is, I mean, much like Christmas is just about joy and gift giving and sauce drinking. Easter is equally just about eating chocolate and being happy.
Yeah.
What's the fucking problem if it's happening a bit earlier? Let's have more of it.
Yeah, I think people just find it fun to be like, this thing's for this thing and you don't get to do it otherwise. To be honest, I'm a bit like that I was at least with like Christmas hams, just because I like seeing them at the Christmas point of year. But like, if you want to have some leg ham in your fridge, eat your fucking heart
Yeah, but
out.
it's only like a few, like when I don't even, when the fuck's Easter?
I don't know.
I don't know. But like, is it
know.
April?
Sounds about right.
It's kind of early if it's April, but I mean, fuck me, it's not like, it's not June.
Yeah.
Like it's like 8 weeks early.
Tuck in.
I get into them.
I was frustrated. I think it was a Patreon episode, but just the rise in the word misinformation when it's just like, so you mean lies. You know, they just like interchange the word, but then obviously it turns out misinformation is when you're relaying a lie without knowing it's a lie.
Yeah, it's like like if it wasn't deliberate, you just said something that you thought was true, but
It's
it was
misinformation.
you're just a dumb cunt. You didn't do any research.
Yep.
You're misinformed.
Let's hear from John Chlamydia. Or Chlamydia John.
Boys, it's John from DY. Thought I might dial in to let you know some sad news I've heard from the doctor this morning.
Oh no.
I've got chlamydia.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure if it's one of the curable ones. Hopefully it is. But yeah. Hopefully I'll make it to see 2026. Right on, boys.
Our thoughts are with you, John.
John, brother. That is not the news you want to start a new year off, but we are, mate. You're in our thoughts.
At least he's getting roots.
Yeah, I mean, congrats on ringing up the pod and bragging about getting pussy.
I mean, the highest caliber, maybe not, if you're walking away with the clap.
Sorry, mate. I am sorry to hear that.
All right.
Wishing you a speedy recovery.
They reckon it happens to a fair few people.
Yeah,
mate.
you'd be right. You'd be right, son.
We're bringing chlamydia to John to 2026.
Oi! Oh, fuck. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Sick. So, I'm back on 32 because I'm a slow cunt. Oh, I forgot what I called myself. I gave myself a nickname and I was pissed. I forgot. Fuck. Oh, well. Anyway. I'm that dickhead. I'm up to 30 fucking 2 because I'm a slow cunt.
Episode 32?
So.
You're going on about old mate, he fucking knocked up 5 birds.
Right.
I'll add another thing to that if nobody else has by now.
Knocked up for clout.
Because I'm fucking doing it now because halfway through the fucking epi and I'd lose me fucking train of thought by the next fucking 5 words you say. All of their fucking rags are going to link up, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that what
pretty sure that's how that shit works.
What?
Well, I mean, that's how I'm told. It's been
Brother!
worked by scientists.
Brother!
Fucking space engineer, anyway.
Some
But
cop.
yeah,
Oh, my God. Oh, my
if
God.
Cockhead doesn't fucking move in front of me, he's going to get a fucking boot full of Subaru.
Right.
Mate, what episode are we up to right now? Are we 80? Are we in the 80s?
We're near in the 80s.
So this bloke is 12 months behind. If he's at 32 and we're at 80, that's 50 weeks.
Fucking hell.
He's a year behind.
Unless you started late, because you can start at the start of the
You
pod if
can
you want.
start at the start, but I'm telling you, but like the point is, like he's dialed in. He's not going to hear this dial. He's dialing for a year.
Yeah, true.
That's what I mean. If he's 50 weeks behind, if he's chewing through them one a week, as is the recommended dose, he's not going to hear that fucking clusterfuck of a dial-in, by the way. That was one of the worst of all time.
No, that's going in for most valuable dial-in of 2025.
That was fucking absolute scatterbrain nonsense. He's not going to hear that for a year. We'll be like 150 episodes in by the time he hears it. He's going to miss all the merch drops, all the live shows.
True, he's not going to know it.
That's what I mean. I recommend, like Gabe, I know you're big on like going back to the start to catch up on the law. I recommend do that in your own time. Make sure you're staying up to date because you're going to miss everything.
Yeah, maybe you jump in at a new episode, but then when you're doing catch-ups,
If
you
you
go
have
from the
time,
beginning and
catch
you
up.
listen to the new one. Yeah.
But it's not, I recommend staying up to date. Otherwise, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
It's not great.
You know what? It was probably him. I fucking got a message the other day. It's like, oh, where can I get the merch, boys? I'm like, if you listen to the show at all, you know that they're fucking pre-sale. You can't.
My mate's dad, who is a great guy, but he's fairly fried. And he messaged me and was like, hey, brother, wouldn't mind. This is like the week before Christmas. So pre-sale on the tees is done and pre-sale on the cord caps has been done for fucking months.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, can I get 2 hats and 2 shirts? And I was like, hey, mate, pre-sale on the shirts is done. Sorry. And I don't have any hats. Haven't had any hats for months. And then he messaged me back and goes, sweet, I'll just get 1 hat then.
Nah, that's fucking. He offered the fuck out of you. It's like, do I have to give you mine now?
I was like, okay, Pete, you can have it. He's a fucking champion bloke too, man. He's like, oh, sweet, my mate collects them, so I'll just have 1 hat. I was like, I don't have any hats.
What a fucking idiot. Just big digging you. Oh, you can't get them? Oh, give me one anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just take 1 then. Okay. All right then.
On your Pete.
Good on you, Pete.
Boys.
Oh,
Matt here.
Matt Daddy.
How are you,
Good, brother.
legends?
Good.
Boys, good. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and the rest of the Bloominverse.
Back at you, mate.
Boys, dialing in today with a raw, fresh one for the new year.
First raw of the
Now,
year.
boys, over here, I enjoy myself a good servo pie from time to time, especially when travelling. And I'm travelling today, and this is what triggered my memory of the fact that I do this raw all the time, but just never fucking thought to dial it into you fuckers. So over here, all our pies and stuff in the pie warmer cabinets and servos, we can get ourselves and we serve ourselves, which you do. And usually the little sauces are side by side. Now, in most cases, these cunts are fucking 80 cents a piece, if not more.
Yeah, it's dog shit.
Which is a fucking rip-off, if you ask me, when you're already
Fucking
paying
oath.
like fucking near $6 for a fucking shitty servo pie.
Yeah.
So, to get one back at the big man, I grab the fucking sauces, put them in the fucking same bag as the pie, and then I'll just get a fucking serviette, napkin, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I've heard this. It's a good little trick.
And jam it down the side to fucking cover the sauces.
Yep.
Not been caught out once. And 9 times out of 10, when you go up to the fucking counter, they ask you, what's the pie? Oh, yeah, just steak and cheese or fucking whatever. And they're like, yep, sweet, don't even fucking look in the bag or second guess it. Fucking so good. Might only save me $1.20 every time, but fuck, she adds up pretty quickly, boys.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Anyway, boys, hope you like that one. Chew!
Chee-hoo! Mac Daddy, great to hear from you, brother. I missed you. Gabe's missed you. The pod's missed you. The Blue Universe have missed you. It's good to hear from you, mate. Hope you're well. Now, on this rort,
I think it's a classic.
well, here's what I think it is. It's not a rort. It's petty theft.
$6 for a pie. Bro.
That's a rort. But all he's doing is stealing sauce.
Yeah.
It's not. All he's doing is hiding.
He's hiding sauce.
It's the equivalent of going to the fucking checkout when you get your groceries, putting a fucking Kit Kat in your pocket and walking out and saying that's a rort. You just stole sauce. It's not like
it's like
there's no ingenuity. I know you're getting one up on the big guy, but essentially all you've done is steal sauce.
Yeah, right. You're right. And we do want the raw to be crafty. Like if people maybe are weighing an item as a different item at the self-serve, now you're
There's a bit of trickery.
Now you're raw.
I mean, I guess there's trickery.
In hiding, but
it's very low level raw. It's low level rort. But it's a low. It's the bottom rung of rorting.
Yeah, I'm not willing to say it's a great rort, but I am willing to say it's play on.
It's absolutely play on.
But it's maybe not a complete rort.
I could call it. It's the very lowest level of rort that we can. It's a tier 10 rort.
Yeah,
10 being the lowest.
Yep.
Tier 1 being obviously the alpha of the rorts. I'll call it. We will certify it, Mac Daddy, because you're a very close friend of the show. Have been a listener for a long time.
And there's a small bit of trickery there.
And there is a bit of trickery, and you are getting one up on the big guy. It's tier 10 rort.
Yeah, because
certified.
Because he's not pocketing it and walking out like he's doing it in their face.
I'm getting a gavel.
Like.
I'm getting a gavel.
Yeah. Maybe if we get a set, you can get a little gavel for fucking stamp your approval.
I'm getting a gavel.
That's good.
I'm getting a gavel to sign off on rorts and to give my seal of approval for whatever we may be endorsing.
Do you think they need to be separate gavels?
Yep.
Yeah.
Two gavels with different audible knocks. Completely different.
Now I want a gavel. We're gonna have gavels out the.
We can get a few gavels. We can get a few.
What's a few gavels?
What's a few gavels between friends? We can get a few gavels. Don't worry about it. There's money for gavels.
I cut my foot open on the second day of our trip and then spent the next 9 days doing nothing.
Boo.
So boring.
I felt like that was it. He just kind of let in with that.
What did he do? Cut his foot open on the first day of the trip.
And then spend 9 days not being able to do anything.
What trip were you on? We need more context there, my friend. Who was that from?
That was from Tate, and that was from the 6th of January.
Tatey, bit more context around how you cut your foot, where you were doing nothing. Doing nothing can be great. Need a little bit more about that one, brother. Thank you. Thanks for the dial in.
Fuck, I only missed a fucking... Oh, no, they're all patrons. We're actually going into Patreon fucking loaded. So if you guys want to listen to extra episode, we got fucking heaps of dial-ins there.
Oh, a lot of people called in for the page.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I put a call out for virginity stories while you're away.
Nice. There'll be some crackers.
Yeah, so we might get some good ones.
There'll be some howlers. There'll be... If I know the sick fucks that listen to this show, there'll be some naughty dial-ins.
Here we go.
Happy New Year, boys. It's the Sped here. Coming in with this year's first Fuck, Marry, Kill, and that will be the 2025 NRL Premiers, the Mighty Dolphins. So this Fuck, Marry, Kill, the 3 options you'll have is Farnsworth, the Hammer, and Kafusi. Who is your boys Fuck, Marry, Kill out of those 3? Didn't say it before, you guys finished up for the year, but Merry Christmas, boys. Thanks for all the, awesome episodes this year. Good chats and laughs. Hopefully there'll be plenty more to come in 2025. Love you, boys. Out.
Love you, Mr. Spade. Great to hear from you, mate. Hope you had a great break. This one kind of feels easy.
It is.
Obviously, Kafusi's getting killed.
He just has to.
Wiley is a hitman. He's a Queenslander, and he's a bit of a dog shotter.
Yeah.
That's just, I calls him how I sees him. He's a bit of, he comes from the inside, he comes late, he gets blokes when they're not looking, and he's a fucking Queenslander.
And, has the haircut of fucking
I don't mind the haircut. No, I've got nothing against the haircut. My issue's with the fucking Queenslanding and the dog shotting
and he's also sitting next to 2 studs. One
also
stud
he's
in particular.
Also, he's got some stiff competition. Now, the difficult part now is, do you fuck Herbie or do you fuck the Hammer?
I think the real question is, do you want to marry Herbie or do you want to fuck him? That's where it sits for me.
See, for me, do you know what? I'm going to treat Herbie like a piece of meat. And Herbie, because he just, to me, and it's not even an English thing because my heritage is English. So it's not even like a nationality thing. He sounds kind of dumb. And
you don't like the voice. You don't like the accent.
The Hammer for me, I've heard the Hammer. Hammer is a sweetheart. I've heard him in a couple of post-game interviews. The Hammer's a real sweetheart. The Hammer's someone I want to go home to. The Hammer's someone I want to be with. And Herbie.
And people think they call him the Hammer for his last name. Common misconception.
That's just coincidence. But I'm gonna shack up with the Hammer. I'm gonna marry the Hammer. And Herbie's just a slam piece for me. What?
Oh, that's just... Welcome to the first episode of the show.
Welcome to 2025's first Fuck, Marry, Kill. Do you see it any differently to me?
I'm trying to figure out if I do, because he's just such a good-looking man. Potentially the best looking in the NRL.
He's in the conversation, absolutely.
And so, do I want a little trophy, to be shacked up with, or...
Yeah, like a bit of arm candy to...
Yeah, to just be... I think I'll marry Herbie just because, fuck, man, how are you upset waking up next to that every morning?
Yeah, and you, people think more of you because you're like, how did he pull him?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I need. That's exactly what I need, which means I'm rooting the Hammer.
It's a status symbol almost having Herbie.
Yeah, that's what I think. He's a nice trophy piece opposed to a slave.
You're probably getting into the right parties and that's...
Yeah. Oh, but then you get to be like you see him around, it's like, I rooted him.
Yeah.
And which is a flex on its own.
It'd be a nice interracial couple if I married the Hammer too. People would be like, oh, it's a nice interracial couple.
Yeah, which is
because I'm really fucking pale.
Yeah.
And he's real black.
Yes, yeah.
And
you'd be doing your kids a service.
It'd be a beautiful looking kid.
Yeah, nice fucking...
Well, as long as it looks like Hammer. As long as it didn't look like fucking Daddy Blue.
Oh, good shit. Fucking slam face got me.
Boys, it's a ranger. Saw Gabo put up a post. He wanted people to call him what they've been up to over the New Year's period. Yeah, I've been doing fucking nothing. See,
That was it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, the only way that could have been better is if he shat.
I was honestly starting to go, fuck, there's a shit coming.
This could be a shit. Good to hear from you, Ranga. Yes, glad to hear a lot of people were as unproductive as I was.
Yeah, I mean,
It's making me feel good.
That's probably fair.
It's making me feel good.
Boys, how's it going?
Good, mate.
Just wanted to dial in because I was listening to one of the earlier episodes. Well, I'll say one of the earlier ones. I was listening to the episode after the fights up on the Gold Coast. And I wanted to dial in because the story Bluey told about winning big at the casinos reminded me of something that happened. So, it was my mate's 21st, and we all went up to Surfers Paradise to celebrate. His older brother had tagged along, right? And yeah, we were all doing hash because apparently that was a good idea. It wasn't because I barely remember anything that happened, but I do remember this. His older brother was not really good with any drugs. He'd done weed before and was like fucking just passed out, delirious. So him doing hash was probably not the smartest idea in hindsight, but whatever. So yeah, I think we went out clubbing after we smoked it. Went out clubbing, and I remember we lost his brother. We lost the older brother. He was like kind of there, then he just wasn't. And we found him around 4 a.m. wandering around Cavill Avenue with about $2,000 cash in his pockets, and he was just fucking holding it, waving it around in front of people. And he was claiming that he wanted it at the casinos.
Yeah, I did that.
He hadn't. What actually happened is he'd gone to an ATM, and I think he must have mistook it for a pokey machine or something. And he actually just withdrawn $2,000 out of his bank account.
I don't mind that.
I accused
he ended it there. Yeah.
We were on a punters club trip, and I accused the bloke of doing that because he's I don't know if he's a serial liar with his gambling, but he left and then he came back not that long later. He's like, "Yeah, we got this, boys," and I was like, "What'd you win it on?" And he's like, "Oh, bit of this, bit of that," and I was like, "Show me your fucking bank statement. Show me your online banking right now." And he's like, "Nah." I was like,
"You got him."
I don't know. I still don't know to this day, but I was just being bitter too. And I was like, "Did you fucking win, or did you just go and withdraw that from the ATM?" Like, that's a weird thing to do.
It's weird. It's like you're probably cooked in the head if you're doing that, but I simultaneously think it's hilarious. Just to be like, "Oh, I want a bit of love from the boys. I'm just gonna go get all of my money."
I was just thinking, like, about the story he told. And I was like, what a fucking dumb cunt walking around waving cash in people's faces. And then I was like, that's exactly what I did.
That is literally you when...
Except I had more money than him. I'd like fucking...
And you're giving it to people.
I had like $6,000 on me. And I was like, hey, look at me. I should have been fucking bashed and robbed.
You get a 50. You get a 50.
Hundreds, but no. No hundreds. It's all good.
That's a show, bruh.
That's the show.
Dial-ins this week.
We're back.
Pleasure to be back.
We're back. Guys, hey... Look, sorry we abandoned you. Well, I abandoned you. No, we abandoned you. Sorry we abandoned you guys.
They got
over the break.
episodes.
You got some episodes. We're back now. We will never leave you again. I promise. Hope you all had a good break. Yeah, we're back, baby.
We're back. Rate the podcast. Check out the Patreon if you want extra episodes. And see you next week.
Be well.
You're my boy, Blue!